I told my husband he isn't my main support person, and now he says I'm evil. I've been dealing with depression and anxiety for about 6 years now. My medication keeps me stable and functional, but my husband Greg has always had these weird opinions about antidepressants. He thinks they're just making me dependent and that I should try yoga or meditation instead. Like I haven't tried literally everything before finally finding something that works. When I'm having a bad day, I've learned not to tell him because he gets this annoyed look on his face and starts talking about how I need to just push through it or think more positively. Last month, our couples therapist suggested we talk about our intimacy issues. We've barely had sex in like 4 months, and I've been trying to explain that depression kills my sex drive, but Greg doesn't want to hear it. During the session, I tried to be honest about how the medication affects me and how I'm working on it. Greg literally stood up and walked out of the room. Our therapist just sat there looking uncomfortable while we listened to him pacing in the hallway. After about 5 minutes, he came back in, but you could tell he was furious. He sat down and immediately went after me. He started going off about how unfair it is that he has to deal with supporting me through all my mental health stuff, how he's always the one who has to be understanding and patient, how he has to walk on eggshells around my moods. I just stared at him for a second because I realized he actually believed what he was saying. So I told him the truth. I said, Greg, you don't support me with my mental health. I don't tell you when I'm struggling anymore because you make it worse. The room went completely silent. Our therapist leaned forward looking interested. Greg's face went red and he asked what I meant. I explained that I can't trust him to be kind when I'm in crisis, that every time I've opened up to him about feeling suicidal or having a bad episode, he's gotten angry or told me I'm being dramatic, that I've built an entire support system of friends and my therapist specifically because I can't rely on him for this one thing. I made it clear that he supports me in other ways, like he's great with household stuff and finances, but when it comes to my mental health, I've learned to keep him out of it completely. I told him about my friend Rachel who talks me through panic attacks at 2 in the morning, about my sister who checks in on me every single day, about my online support group that actually understands what I'm going through. Greg looked like I'd slapped him, but instead of asking why I felt that way or how he could do better, he completely lost it. He started yelling about how I was attacking him and making him look bad in front of the therapist. He said I was ungrateful and that most husbands wouldn't even stay with someone who needs as much help as I do. Our therapist tried to calm him down, but he just grabbed his keys and left. That was 3 weeks ago. He's barely spoken to me since. He sleeps in the guest room and leaves for work early so he doesn't have to see me. When he does talk to me, it's to tell me how cruel and evil I was for humiliating him like that. He keeps saying I destroyed his perception of our marriage. Last night he told me that what I said was the most hurtful thing anyone has ever said to him, that I made him feel like a failure as a husband. I tried to explain that I was just being honest and that I said it as gently as I could, but he won't listen. He just keeps repeating that I'm evil for telling him he doesn't support me when he sacrificed so much to be with me.